Hello, welcome back to the podcast, or what should I say back? Because it's a brand new channel, and I'm here with the the new co-host who used to be host. And I've basically stolen his position,
No, no, no,
James.
no, no. All right, no, no. I'll explain this properly. So basically, the original channel got terminated. Well, sorry, it is in the process of being terminated, basically wrongfully. Um, and me and George was having a laugh in this new group chat I've made for this new podcast, and he said you should call it ALP, and I went, no, that's in the past. That's named after Aaron. Why would I make a new podcast named after someone else just to continue it? It just seems a little bit strange. I said anyone can take the name, bro. I don't care. People can use. And no, he said, well, someone else could use that name now. And I went, yeah, let him. I don't care. But then George did the very strange, bizarre thing of taking that name to enact his bizarre fantasies of being podcast owner. So there you go.
And now it's all lads podcast.
So basically, George's this channel was actually a hentai channel, so all of George's hentai fans, if
No,
any watching, are gonna just see this random podcast
James,
pop.
James. You're gonna get yourself not Mr. Beast still saying that.
No, it's the truth. Your channel. This was an anime channel.
Kinda, but it was more on the. I'll just put it in the chat.
That's what your channel was meant to be. This channel.
As it pops up.
Yes.
This channel was meant to be it's from when I was from like 7 odd years ago.
Mm. But yeah, you got
So
ALP
that's what it
now.
was. So
Well done. Well done.
what's
You've got
that? If it's 7 years later, they might.
Oh, yeah, by the way, I'm not co-host of this podcast. I'm not coming on regularly. I'm just a guest that'll come on sometimes. I'm not co-host. I don't want to be tied into anything and have to show up to things. So,
Oh no, I just call you co-host because you'll probably be the one that's on here the most.
oh, okay. Because yeah, bro,
If you're already not, yeah.
organising a podcast is an absolute fucking bag of arse. Just there's so many pullouts, so much faffing, coming up with topics that
Yeah.
everyone was talking about, having to research things and watch things if it's a movie. It's such a load of hassle, bro. So with the new podcast that I start, it's not, I'm not going to just, I won't be as consistent as I was with ALP. I'm just going to bloody just do what I want and upload as much as I want. I'd rather put more energy
Yeah.
into James the Coal Train, to be honest.
Yeah. I don't blame you. The thing is, didn't want to do a podcast. I started the one on the main channel, but I thought there's an audience here that they've probably grown up now, being that the content only was 7 or 8 years old.
Yeah.
Why not use it to its advantage and see if people want to? I got people want to latch on.
They were just saying, "Who on earth is this guy? Who's this? Who's this?"
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you've seen that. Well, done that with channels before, where they come back after a certain amount of years under like a different name and a different account. Well, a different name with the same account. But then you do quite like the content that they're doing, so you keep watching. So there's how many is there? There's about 3,500 people on this channel. So you never know.
And none of them have come back to watch it yet.
Well, no, not yet. But we're only 5 minutes into the first thing on this channel. So you want to get stuck into what we'll be talking about today?
Yeah, far away.
So we're going to be talking about the Mr. Beast allegations with the new chat logs that have come out. And basically go over them and tell you our thoughts about them. So I have right here. So do you want to start with the investigation or leave that investigation until last?
Leave that till last.
We'll leave that to. So Rosanna Pansino and Doug Pack 404, who are the ones who have basically been exposed in Mr. Beast the most, um, made a video last week basically showing a load of chat logs from a, a work group that Mr. Beast employees had with Mr. Beast in them. I won't be showing them on here because of the actual stuff that was shown in the group chat is a bit disturbing, as me and James have both seen. Um, and so the first one is of Ivanka Trump, and it was a picture put in there by Ava Tyson. And Ava put the photo in this group chat, thinking the picture was of a 13-year-old. It has come out that it's that she was 18 then.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, the actual acknowledgement is like that. Everyone seems to be ignoring that. Ava thought she was 13,
Yeah,
putting that picture in the chat.
this is what Ava's
So
put. So this is allegedly Ivanka Trump when she was 13. Her modelling agent John Casablanca has been accused of paedophilia, but reverse searching the image only brings up 54 results, and most are just a message board of people using the image randomly. If this is true, they really tried to wile this shit from the internet.
see, people have been using that last little bit, saying, "Oh well, Ava's done nothing bad because she was talking about it in that context." But I'm still thinking she thought the image was of a 13-year-old and still went searching for it and put it in a work group chat of all places.
Yeah.
I don't know what you think of that.
Yeah, it just seems strange putting it in a work group chat and thinking someone's 13 and getting a photo in. I mean, it just seems really odd. Like if you were an audit someone or you want to make someone aware of a horrendous crime that's been committed, like as you know, in our group chat, I just put big blocks of text. I'm not gonna like if I'm angry at
Yeah,
someone getting shot or whatever or killed, I'm not gonna put a picture of the bullet wound or a dead body in there. I'm gonna just type about it how annoyed I am.
yeah, or like you're doing a news article from like a credible source.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So that's what he should
so
have done if he really cared about this issue. And he talks about it in such a bizarre, casual way, but you think he'd be angry at it. You know, that
yeah,
person accused of being a nonce and annoyed. You wouldn't think he'd be putting the photo in there, especially in the. I mean, you shouldn't put that photo anywhere. If you think someone's 13, you should just delete it or report the person who sent it. Report that
yeah,
account
definitely.
if you've got worrying suspicions. But the last thing you should be doing is putting the picture in the work group chat and talking about it the way he talks about it. Really strange.
Definitely, yeah, yeah, 100%. So the next thing was of Mr. Beast, who in the group chat with John Smith, sent a show, and it's of a 25-year-old basically dating a 17-year-old, and he puts, I bet Chris would love the show,
Mm.
uh, and then Ava responded, adding to my list.
Isn't that one of the animes you tried to force me to watch for one of your takeovers?
No.
You
This is
sure?
not one of the.
No, I
This is
swear
one of
you
the
sent.
ones that.
No. You sent it me, and then I said I'm not watching this shit again, George. I'm not watching anything you sent me after the last one. Really strange.
No, James, that one's basically outcast. Like that's one that nobody watches.
No, I'm kidding. George didn't actually tell me to watch that shit. It was.
I'm gonna say you're gonna get me cancelled on the first episode at this point.
New ALP's terminated. No.
Yeah, I bet you you're gonna turn it into me on the old ALP at this point.
No, I'm not gonna start going woo and all that crap. Don't worry.
But no, it's a very strange.
So most of the anime community don't like that. Then I'm guessing.
Yeah, they basically said no, we want nothing a part of this, and I ever seems to have loved it.
How did Mr. Beast find that? Shows the question if all the anime people have shunned it in the bin.
Well, I don't know. There's some bad ones, but being that they were both big fans of Shadman, I wouldn't be surprised how Mr. Beast has found it.
Yeah, what the hell?
You do know about you know about like the picture of Keemstar's daughter, don't you? Being drawn in like a sexual manner.
Oh, that's depressing. Awful.
And like he does a lot of other drawings of. Like there's an 8-year-old YouTuber who used to do COD, and he went into her with like a gun in the mouth, like half naked, like horrible stuff. And so Ava used to be basically best friends with this Shadman. He used to comment on all these tweets and things like that.
Yeah.
So like I don't want to call it cheese pizza because I love pizza. Basically the CP. It kind of like shoots to Ava being one of them, basically.
That's awful, isn't it? That's just evil.
It really is. The next one is one I don't really want to read out, but
wasn't it something about Digimon? First episode.
Yeah, talking about it says so just now. It says yeah. I'm gonna read it out, and I don't want it. So just now it's put. Also, Digimon is greater than Pokemon. And Tyson says, first episode of season 5 is a beach episode. So much booby. And if you don't follow the pilot of the Food Wars, it's just food with P, underage P.
Horrible.
It just sounds for. I did look at. I'll be honest, it did look like food and pee, but he says it's really good. I'm glad I didn't watch that one, but that showed up on Crunchyroll, and I thought, should I not? No, I'm glad I didn't. But yeah, that's about it for that bit.
Depressing.
And then next one is
the violet one. That's annoying.
Yeah, the violet one. Yeah, I haven't even put the worst bit because Ava basically put. See how she can turn it invisible.
Yeah, wasn't it like a book plug
and piercings? Yeah. So that and she's 14, so
I don't know. Ava's doing that rubbish.
Well, looks like she likes kids.
Probably.
That's why.
Disgusting.
I think it must be like a mental thing. I know this going into that borderline bad territory doing this, but trans, and then this stuff as well. And then a few years back, you had basically the same CP kind of people trying to join the LGBT community. So
But Chris was
kind of.
doing this before he. Chris was doing this before he had a
Yeah,
sex.
but apparently Chris knew since he was a child.
That he wanted to be a woman.
Yeah. So it kind of shows you, doesn't it? And then you had the Animal Crossing stuff, where this is a bit more tame. Whereas, well, I'll say it's a bit more tame, but it, you have the Animal Crossing characters basically doing it, and then you had it basically somehow an Animal Crossing room covered with certain German symbols from
Yeah, I saw that, yeah.
1940s.
I'm
So I don't know
surprised
how
you
they got into.
burst into laughter at
I'm
that.
so,
He's such a legend for the
you just messed
black.
up
What a good
on my joke there.
bloke! He gets rid of all the bad stuff. He don't want a good bloke. I thought you were going to say
You
that.
messed up. No, you messed up on my joke there. I was like, how the heck did into my Animal Crossing?
Oh.
But yeah, so
Yeah, it's just daft. Like I don't know. I didn't think Nintendo allowed mods like this. So on the new hardware.
what it's got so mods is it's probably hacks on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then that's the end of that bit. But then you had at the Mr. Beast offices that there's a guy called Delaware there,
Oh yeah, that
and
evil scumbag. Yeah.
yeah, that Mr. Beast hired, and oh, can you see something? I don't know what it is.
What's wrong? You're right.
No, can you see just there? There's that bit of black.
Isn't that
It's just
on your wall?
it's a picture there. I wonder what it was. It was annoying for me for the past few minutes. So basically, they got Delaware who beats his wife allegedly at 16 on a 11-year-old,
Pure evil.
and Mr. Beast and Mr. Beast's mom, who runs Beast HR, knew about all this happening and that he had been arrested, and still hired him
Horrendous.
around children. Yeah,
Can I just say something?
yeah.
I don't know. Did we talk about Mr. Beast on ALP or did I? I might have delayed it, didn't I? And said, "Oh, we'll do it another time."
I think we talked about it a bit in the
In the
return
return, that
stream.
was it. Yeah, the return.
Yeah,
I just want to say something quickly. If you're a person with well over £1 million and you're on the up and up to become one of the biggest YouTubers ever, if I don't know how many how many subs he had when he hired Delaware, but if
probably
you're
a few million.
so let's say he had 20 odd million subs at the time and he had millions upon millions of dollars, how can you be that desperate? Like, even if you are desperate, you shouldn't be hiring someone who's evil, a convicted felon who has sexually assaulted a minor. It doesn't matter how desperate you are, even if he was.
I don't think they were desperate. I think they just didn't care.
Oh, that's even worse then.
Yeah.
That's even more
Well,
horrendous.
they literally put Delaware in videos with a mask on.
Yeah, but the reason why I thought they might be desperate is because all the videos ended up being faked. So they want someone who's going to play to the tune and who they know won't spill the beans. But obviously, I guess that's not the case. As the point
No,
you've just made there, they probably just don't care, do they?
no, and I checked the Vikings as well. That's his brother-in-law is Delaware,
Yeah, and it's mad that Jake
and
the
so
Viking was saying, "Oh, he's a nice guy. Give him a second chance, bro. He should be
yeah,
in prison forever doing. If he wants to do, if he wants to do something to redeem himself, he should be in prison forever doing hard labor and being treated like shit. That's what he needs to do. He
definitely,
shouldn't be allowed to be free because it risks other people getting assaulted by him and it risks the safety of other children.
yeah. 100%.
And just the safety of anyone in general. Because didn't you say he was verbally abusive to his wife or physically abusive?
It beats it, yeah.
So then there you go. Safety of,
Allegedly, I should say.
well, whatever's happened there, you know, it's everyone's safety when you've got a demented person like that going around. That's at risk.
Yeah, definitely.
You've
I've
got
just thought
safety at risk.
I've missed a certain bit out, and I didn't want to read out, so I've had to basically get the video. So basically, Ava went and sent this weird message to the group chat. I don't know if you've seen it, but we'll play it now.
Little brother would be so fucking hot. I'd hold my ear to your door at the odd hours of the night, hoping and praying to catch the soft moans of my little naughty sister. I would creep my eye to the under door crack and watch the shadows of you move. During family movie night, I'd wear your panties beneath my PJ. Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on. During family movie night, I'd wear your panties beneath my PJs and just think of worshiping my big sister's smelly feet. I'd sit down below you and tickle your feet and play with you, enticing you to wrestle and touch me. I'll get a boner purposely, and when your foot nudges it slightly, I'll act coy and shy away. You'll tease me and ridicule my small teeny boy penis, and afterwards I'll masturbate furiously to those as a fond memories. How the hell could Jimmy say he doesn't know about his best friend when he's posting this in the chat with him that he's actively a part of?
So with all
That's disgusting. I don't know what to say.
I know.
I don't
It's
understand
awful, isn't it?
Bro, look, how do these famous people with... I'm not saying money's everything, right? It isn't. But if you're comfortable in life and you've got multiple millions, doing sick, disgusting things should be the last thing on your mind. You're now free to travel the world to pursue your creative jazz, maybe help some people out, help your family out. Why are these sick, demented fantasies at his forefront? I don't understand it.
I don't know. And these messages were sent around the time when they were going to like the Nickelodeon award shows as well.
Scary. That's really worrying.
Yeah,
But you know how
and that's why people like will worry about like Ava Tyson's kid as well.
But you
being
know,
around Ava.
yeah, you know.
So what do you say?
Dan Schneider's and all those bastards.
Oh yeah,
So you got to be careful anyway with Nickelodeon.
yeah, definitely. It's very disgusting. It's actually really gross. And then to come to it, like, dog tax videos have been out for months now, and we've been waiting for a response from Mr. Beast, like anything off him, and he said he'd respond after all the dog tax videos were out. Well, we finally had a kind of response. But before we get into that, I just want to say they've had this Mr. Beast lunch league drama with KSI and Logan Paul.
Yeah, KSI's been with that though, without Petty's.
Oh, he's being a massive twat about it. I want to do a podcast on it fully, like going right into it.
A big fall from grace, isn't it?
It really is, yeah.
I don't
think,
see it again.
As I told you, like when he started being friends with Logan Paul, that Logan Paul would rub off on JJ.
To be honest,
and he has.
To be honest, I'll give you my take on KSI. Right, when I was younger, I used to think, all right, he's the sick anti-establishment YouTuber who just nothing particularly like next level talented about him. He just sort of he just laughs at everything. He's a bit loud and kind of funny and has good banter with his mates. Decent YouTuber, but as soon as I got to like age 15, 16, I stopped watching him, man. I was so fed up by like 2016. I watched some of his stuff when he was doing the boxing, But then, obviously, as you say, once he starts hanging out with Logan, and I feel like, even though I know I mentioned earlier, what are these minted people doing, acting stupid? I feel like he's got so much money that it is turning him into a bit of a mentalist now. It is going to turn him a bit
Yeah,
crazy and hanging around with Logan Paul, someone else who never gets told no, who has a bunch of yes men and yes women around, and if they're giving him the real advice, like George Janko, they end up getting sacked or worse, knowing that Tit Logan.
yeah. Yeah, well, he might film at certain points. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, and that's why I'm glad like this stuff with his music's happened.
What's gone
And
on?
what he made this song Thick of It, uh, and because it came out around the same time, all this drama, ev- everyone was hating on it, and he was in such denial, and everyone was just making fun of it again and again and again. Even the Sidemen members taking the piss.
Mm.
And I'm guessing it's knocked him down a few pegs, which I think is what he's been needing. But he made himself look a right idiot about it. And like you see like that Dan Tedium tweet, like Dan posted that one message and then JJ has posted about 20 to 30 messages, well, tweets back at him or referencing him, just being really salty about it, which I think's really affected his ego, which is definitely what he needed by now.
Mm-hmm.
So back to the story. So all this has happened with Lunchley, and then it's come out having mold in it as well. So the cheese
Oh, well, there you go.
has been filled with mold. If I knew we were going to talk about this, so I would have sent you one of the
To be
pictures.
honest,
But
I think, look, at the end, though, when YouTubers rip off their fans with merch and all that crap, it's sad. But when they're making a product like a food or a drink, you've got to make sure that's tight knit and edible.
yeah,
And when it's mold on it and you're still charging a fair bit for it and you're trying to say, look at this, it's so healthy.
£4. Yeah, so healthy. But £4. Like real cheese. That's what they're saying. It's real cheese. It's real cheese. Well, what happens to their cheese when it goes out on sale? If it's all moldy, and some kids probably don't know about that mold. Do you think? Yeah,
I mean,
no,
if I was a gaffer at Sainsbury's or Asda or the Spar or Morrison's or Audi or Lidl, and I saw them come in with a load of mold, I'd say you got to take that back to where you got it from. We're not selling this shit here. It's got mold on it.
Yeah. Yeah, even though if you run a store and you see in the product have mold in online, are you going to take the shipment anyway? No.
No, I'd turn down all those orders. Obviously, things like Prime. I know they lied a bit about Prime, but come on, there's hardly any proper tasty drink that you can have a load of that's actually good for you. Like, okay, you got water, that's about it. Like if you have loads of orange juice, a glass of orange juice is good for you. But if you have loads of orange juice, that's bad for you. Loads of apple juice, that's bad for you.
What? Yeah, but those juices don't make you sterile like Prime does.
Does Prime do that? No, Prime's a lot
It
worse.
does, yeah.
But my point is that you can't have loads of most liquids. So they shouldn't be saying it's good for you anyway, let alone some bizarre energy drink. There's no energy drink that's good for you, so they shouldn't have been lying. But the
It's got like a really bad thing in it that makes people sterile.
I didn't know. That's scary.
Yeah.
Do you reckon? I'm not trying to get your podcast banned. I'm not trying to get you hunted down or shot. But do you reckon it's? Do you reckon it could be the globalist agenda and Logan and KSI in on it, trying to stop the West from being populated as much as it used to be?
It could be.
Like it seems a bit weird and convenient that with how many globalists there are and big tech and
it could be our whole like Middle Eastern friends as well.
No, they're not the globalists. The globalists are more like I don't know, the hype people of the EU and
Yeah, but but the globalists, like these Middle Eastern people,
Putin.
uh,
No, they're
don't you
not
know the
global.
people I'm thinking?
No, but even like well, the UAE and Saudi, none of the Middle Eastern countries are really globalists at all, man. They're part of the a different type of
No, but
global.
if you think of like Labour, uh, and is it Democrats
In America, yeah,
or yeah, that or like the left wing side, yeah,
yeah. Not all the left wingers are globalists, and there are some
yeah,
conservatives who are globalists. You know, it's
yeah, yeah. What I mean, like they seem to like letting people in quite a lot in our countries, don't at the moment, don't they? And
yeah.
and
But
like
no, look,
like
I don't want to get
Starmers,
into.
I,
I don't want to get into
I,
politics. I was just joking around
no,
saying it
no,
seems
no,
a bit
no.
like
I'm just
they're
saying that,
letting everyone
like
in.
we all know, Starmer's quite a massive a, glo- a globalist
Yeah, he does
at
like
this point. Yeah,
EU leaders and all that crap, and
yeah,
winter war and all that crap. He loves
yeah,
inflicting environmental agendas on people and all that rubbish, you know.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
with globalism again, it's not all about like left wing or right wing or conservative or liberal. It's more about like controlling the world, if that makes sense, and
yeah,
forcing
yeah, definitely.
to do things that you want. You know, like Putin's a bit of a
Yeah,
globalist. CCP are a little bit, you know.
yeah.
But no, I was only kidding around. Like, if they want, they'd make a new drink. They wouldn't be getting KSI and Logan involved. But you never know. It's a
Well,
smart.
it'd be a very smart. Yeah, there we
Yeah,
go.
smart plan.
Both at the
You
same time.
celebrities, would you? Like, as much as it's an evil plan, and I'd hate people getting done in and not being able to populate and all that crap. Like, it is a smart plan. Like, you're not going to expect the celebrities. Like, if Keir Starmer came out with a drink, say, "Have this, everyone. I've got you a new beverage," or Boris Johnson's going, "Oh, hello, hello, hello." No, you'd be like, well, maybe you've been poisoned.
I would try a Boris drink.
I wouldn't, never, man. He'd put all sorts of crap in there.
Just for the meme.
Nah. But yeah,
Well,
it is.
we try a Kerry bear, a bear not drink now.
Nah. To be honest, though, I feel like if that drink is causing some people to become to have erectile dysfunction or make them sterile, you know, they need to be sued for that, man, and put in the bin. KSI
Yeah.
low. They should be checking things
Well,
out.
they are being sued by the people who make their cups
Oh, okay.
because the cup makers are not meant to make a certain amount, but basically a prime aren't selling that much now, so they're having to basically uh, sue them for this,
Do
which is
you want to
quite
look at
good.
the investigation emails then?
Yeah, well, I was gonna say with that the lunchy stuff, uh, Mr. Beast had made a statement about that before even this situation, which just shows you his motives and where they are.
Bro,
That
ain't
he
it
cares more
crazy?
about.
Bro, hold on. I just looked at Mr. Beast's net worth. He is ranked as Forbes' list for the highest paid YouTuber creator in 2022, estimating net worth of 500 million in September 2024. And then it's straight away after it comes up with a controversy. Donaldson was one of the subjects of a class action lawsuit that alleged widespread mistreatment, sexual harassment, and unpaid expenses and wages. So it's cool that
Oh,
straight away
brilliant!
hits you with the facts. It doesn't say Mr. Beast, nice, lovely man, and then you click Wikipedia and you have to search for a load of stuff to see the controversy.
Yeah.
26 years
No,
old, 500 mil. Insane, man. Crazy.
God, he's rolling in it.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get
Crazy.
my thing right.
But
Yeah,
yeah, he's
it's
in the hot
insane, isn't it?
water. He needs to just ride off into the. Well, he needs to apologise and try and make amends, or just pack it in. I don't know.
Yeah, or address it all,
Yeah, because he's
which
been
will
question.
yeah, which we'll into now. Um, be- because he has made some kind of response, but not the kind you'd want basically. So he's had his own team basically do an investigation on himself. So
Well, you know
let's
that's going to be
read what
good,
that.
don't you?
Yeah, you do, and so let's read what they had to say. So Mr. Beast put a 3-month investigation into allegations regarding my company has concluded. The law firm / investigators reviewed millions of documents, messages, and conducting 39 interviews. I was asked to refrain from making public statements to enable a detailed, unbiased investigation. Below are the conclusions. And I've already seen somebody come and say, in the amount of time they've done this investigation and how many files and messages there is, so they would have had to spend every second of every minute over the past 3 months looking at 2 messages per second with no stops, no sleeping, no breaks, like non-stop. They would have had to do this, and 2 messages every second. So this is what the investigation had to say. So this is from the board of directors. As you know, in July 2024, Mr. Beast LLC, the company, engaged Queen Emmanuel Uhrenhart and Sullivan
Ukrahart.
Uhrenhart or something like that,
Ukahart.
and Sullivan ALP to conduct an internal investigation. So that's a big underlying thing, an internal investigation on their own company into specific allegations made publicly, incidents reported internally, and issues raised by employees in interviews, including with respect to current and or former company personnel and the company's workplace environment and culture. At your direction, Queen Emmanuel immediately launched an comprehensive investigation, which has now concluded. The following sets forth certain key findings and conclusions from the investigation, while waiving any applicable privileges, including but not limited to the attorney-client privilege and the work product protection, as in a in
Initial.
thank you matter the pro, to protect the investigation's integrity. On July 31st, 2024, Quinn requested for that. Sorry, Quinn requested that a former employee, Dawson French, cease making public allegations against the company. So Dawson French, that's Jock 404, as though those were the topic of an ongoing investigation. We also uh, requested that current employees refrain from public statements and public comments to ensure the investigation yielded accurate information and that witnesses were not tainted. The intent was to foster candid interviews and complete cooperation with the investigatory process. Quinn Emanuel conducted 39 interviews of current and former employees, over 45 million documents.
What a load
Oh,
of
sorry,
rubbish.
4.5 million documents
Oh, man.
collected from mobile phones, emails, Telegram, Discord, WhatsApp, and Slack. So apparently, all of them documents were looked into two basically messages at a time, every single second. So take that as you will,
Mhm.
which is impossible to do. The
Yeah.
collaboration and cooperation saw out the outset were achieved throughout the process. Quinner Emanuel thoroughly investigated all public allegations and others that arose during the investigation. And then let's see, read the second one now. Right. Here we go then. So the next page, the investigation produced the following significant findings: allegations of sexual misconduct, e.g., pedophilia, grooming, child pornography, etc., between company employees and minors are about bias. The allegations were soundly rejected, included by alleged victims. Allegations of the company knowing employing individuals with um, histories towards illegal and questionable legal conduct are similarly without bias. Here too, the allegations were uniformly rejected. Funny that their own company rejected them and found them to be not guilty. Several isolated incidents of workplace harassment and misconduct were identified during the investigation. The company was informed of such conduct and took swift and appropriate actions to address the incident, including, where necessary, disciplining or letting go of uh, implicit individuals. Uh, As you are all well aware, the company has grown exceedingly quickly from a YouTube startup comprised of a group of talented young individuals to a much larger entity. It is not uncommon that policies and practices essential in a mature company would lag behind a commercial success. This appears to have been the case here, and has in certain instances allowed for inappropriate conduct. It is clear that the company is committed to redeeming historical issues and creating a mature culture where problem behaviours were not tolerated as it enters a new phase. The company has already implemented or is in the process of implementing changes to ensure the safe and professional corporate culture today and moving forward. These include sending a clear message regarding tone at the top, hiring a new chief executive officer, chief people officer, and general counsel, and soon to be hired chief financial officer. Um, Implementing mandatory corporate training for all employees, developing new policies, codified in an employee handbook, establishing an anonymous reporting mechanism slash hotline for employees, swiftly terminating individuals who violate company policies regardless of their position or level within the company, identifying additional employees for targeted training and executive coaching to address professionalism and compliance with the company policy. This officially clears our investigation. We remain available if you need any follow-ups or have further questions. Very truly yours, Alex Spiro. I need a break after saying all that. So what do
I
you
guess
think?
it's all just very messed up, sad stuff, and it's all rigged. It's all sad because how are they going to go through so many documents in such a short amount of time? And if he had anything about him, any guts, and if he was confident that he was somewhat innocent in knowing stuff, we have the evidence is there that he already knew what was going on completely, but if he genuinely was convinced he didn't, he'd have a private investigator. He'd have someone who isn't going to be on his team, but instead he's getting his own team to investigate. Well, that's ridiculous. They're just going to do what he wants, so they'll continue to pay him.
And then you have like Keemstar being his little lapdog, basically, and defending Mr. Beast at every point.
Weird.
Because Keemstar in these new leaked messages, and basically the people around him, like Nicholas DiOrio, Lyrics, people like that, basically people who basically work under Keemstar's word of mouth. Basically, Keemstar wanted Rosanna cancelled. He even said it in a message to me that he wanted her cancelled.
Right, sent you a message.
Sent me a message, yeah.
Keemstar sent you personally a message.
Well, a comment. Commented to me when I asked him for his reply to these messages, and basically he said yes, he wanted her cancelled, and if she was cancelled, she wouldn't be calling out Mr. Beast now.
Damn.
So
I would have Rosanna. I thought she seems like an alright person in the videos.
Yeah, she's lovely, but he wanted it cancelled because she called out Mr. Beast for basically faking his hide and seek video that she was in.
I don't get why Keem's annoyed, because if Mr. Beast has done something wrong, you can't just paint someone in a good light all the time. It's ridiculous.
I don't know.
But I mean, with Keem, bro, this is a completely different point. But man, Boogie and Wings have it so easy working for him, bro. All you got to do is like agree with him, and you get bloody thousands a month just for sitting on the podcast and talking. I mean, all Wings does is just say, I'm annoyed, and Boogie just occasionally has an outburst and basically all the show is Keem leading the way, and Boogie and Wings will occasionally say something, but they're not good at podcasting at all. Them geezers, man. Keem's great, but not as he's a bit of an annoying person, but at podcasting he's amazing and talking. But Wings and Boogie, man, they're just no good, and they're getting paid thousands just to sit there. George. Oh, have I gone?
And then you're not gone. It's just me. I was trying to find this message to show you.
No, I believe.
But I completely agree with you about Boogie and Wings.
Yeah. But as I say, I know we said this loads, but such an idiotic, moronic mistake to bloody sack Tommy C. Very, very stupid. But there you go. If they kept him on, the show would be far better to watch. I don't know how well it'd be doing views-wise, but probably around the same, but far more enjoyable to watch. I'd probably be watching every episode still if he kept Tommy C on there.
Yeah, well, I haven't watched it in about 4 streams.
It's just all this Review Tech USA nonsense. This Review Tech geezer just seems really mental, man. But I don't find that drama that interesting. I just find it quite boring. It just seems like that Review Tech geezer is just a bit of a mentalist. Seems like an odd bod.
So I've got these now. I'm going to send them to you. So see what you think of his reply. So this
He
is me
said
saying to him,
those stats are during the hide and go seek fiasco, and she should have been cancelled. That would have stopped her from making false allegations that the FBI could potentially result in jail time. It would be good for her own good. What is he on about? False allegations? Is he?
yeah,
Which were false?
he's Mr. Beast lapdog. That's why.
Those.
Literally, in these leaked messages, there's a message of him saying, "I'll go tell Jimmy."
Mhm. I mean, at the end of the day, man, if those messages were somehow edited and faked, then bro, she'd be in massive trouble. I don't get why she risked that. She doesn't seem like a person who risked that. She seems like a wise head. Like she's 39, isn't she? You know, she seems like
Yeah,
she knows what she's on about.
yeah, and she's basically got these credible sources, and you've got Mr. Beast and his lapdogs like lyrics and Nick Astoria basically going to his defense. Same with his ex-editor, Connor,
Mm.
who does the internet verses. He's basically got him. Keemstar's got him on his thumb as well. So it just
That's
shows
it.
you. Oh, when Mr. Beast is in these hot water allegations, which are basically true,
Mhm.
you can't trust people like Drama Alert and Keemstar because
Well, he's become
they're
on. I know
complete.
he hasn't uploaded to Drama Alert for a bit of time, but after this, he's definitely. I didn't like that. I didn't watch his drama videos that much anyway back in the day, but definitely an uncredible source after this fiasco.
Yeah, well, their Twitter page is quite big, and it's very
Oh,
biased against Mr. Beast. Like if you go on their Twitter page right now, you'll see Rosanna lied.
I just
Rosanna
wish
made these false
the
allegations, things
I
like
just
that.
wish he'd report the drama instead of just kissing up to the bigger YouTubers because he used to report it, didn't he? From what I didn't watch much of it, but from
Yeah,
what I saw, he used to actually
he's
report.
coming. Apparently, he's coming back this month.
Ah. Is that what is he leaving lolcout then?
Well, apparently, do you remember when he made that stream saying he's going to quit?
Mm-hmm.
That's why he's going to quit to go and do Drama Alert.
Oh, I'd rather watch him, bro. I'd rather have him. As much as he's a bit of a tit, I enjoy him podcasting, bro. I think he's objectively a good podcaster, man. But like, if he's going to go to Drama Alert, who's going to be on the podcast then, man? But he just wings and boogie. I know we've made this point loads, but like they can.
I think that's why you're going to try and get Billy the Fridge or Review Tech USA. People are saying he's using this drama with him to basically get him to stay on local.
Who's using the drama against him?
Keemstar will probably use this drama against Review Tech USA to get Review Tech to be a massive local and to make him join
Oh,
local live to take
no, he's a
Keemstar's
rubbish
place.
podcast, bro. Review Tech isn't that
I
interesting.
know.
I'm trying to think who'd be a good host for this. I mean, Asmongold wouldn't be too bad. I'm seeing him in all thumbnails. He'd be a good host.
Put me as a
Yeah,
there against Buggy.
he wouldn't be half bad.
No, I put Buggy back in his place. I probably agree quite a bit with Richard.
Yeah. Bro, at the end of the day, though, man, bro, Keem, he's not going to watch this, but George, if you clip this and put it on Twitter, Keemstar, I will be the lolcow host, okay? I'll do it for however much you pay Wings and Boogie. I'll accept that money, bro, and just be host, man, and pack in my job, bro. I'd love to do that. Just host a podcast and have a laugh.
Well, he has also got positions out for a local editor and
No,
producer.
I'm not doing that. Editing's
well, have you seen their editing? There's basically nothing. You just have to do YouTube shorts. I'm
No,
guessing.
but doesn't he give the editors loads of shit though?
Oh yeah, he does. Yeah,
I'm not
that's
having
why
that.
about 6 of them have quit.
Bro, you know exactly. If he can't, if you right, you've got a YouTuber who's probably paying you pretty good money, and 6 of them have quit. You know that he's not a good boss man for a
Yeah.
YouTube crap. YouTube.
Yeah, well, apparently the editors are getting more than what the locals are getting.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh.
So they'd be getting like
if 6
2K.
people have
They'd be getting like 2K a month, and the editors would be getting more than that.
to be honest, if I was them, I probably wouldn't want to do it, man. Because at the
Nah.
end of the day, I don't know. I wouldn't be able to edit my own stuff. I just wouldn't want to be an editor in general. And also, if he's a twat to him, I'd just rather have bants at work and do my job instead of having to be an editor and take crap. But I wouldn't mind being a host because I could have a laugh with like Wings and Boogie and the guests and all those cool people.
Well, let's wrap it all up there then. We've heard everything about Mr. Beast and Ava Tyson. So, one thing I want to know in this podcast: are they guilty or are they not guilty? So,
it's not really fair to say, is it? You know, innocent till proven guilty. But if I had to lean one way, I'd say just because Mr. Beast has been so cryptic and hasn't been up front, and you've got all these messages and all this weirdness and pictures in backgrounds of streams, I'd say leaning towards guilty, but innocent till proven guilty.
I have to say the same, but I am leaning a bit more guilty than you are.
Yeah. No, I don't blame you. I'm just saying how I feel, you know.
Yeah. So that's it then. I hope you have enjoyed this first episode of this podcast. We'll be back very soon with some stuff you might be interested in. It's going to be quite a varied podcast, so give it a try and see if you like it, and you can stay for the ride. So thank you for joining me, James.
No worries.
Thank you, George, for being here.
And I'm not going to thank the host. I'm not going to thank the host. That's ridiculous.
No, I'm thanking myself for being here.
I thanked you for coming on the original ALP loads, but I'm not going to, yeah.
No, I just thank you, George.
Thank you, George.
And we'll see you in the next one. See ya.
Laters.
Why am I touching my computer? I'm going to turn off like that. The computer's not even plugged in.
Damn.
See you guys.
Laters.